Hello guys and gals, if it's F1 backwards here, back with another 100% achievement slash trophy guide, and this one we are doing My Brother Rabbit, a game developed and published by Artifex Mundi and is available for just £11.99, or of course you can either wait for a sale or see if it comes onto Game Pass anytime soon. So if you played any Artifex Mundi games in the past, this will be all too familiar for you. The gameplay, the graphics and style is all basically the same as previous Mundi games, except this time there are no annoying collectibles, no difficulty option, and there's not really that many puzzles to solve. Instead, the game sort of acts like one big hidden object puzzle, where you're always trying to find objects around various scenes. It also features chapter select, so if you miss something, you can always come back to it. Now it should take you anywhere between 2 to 3 hours to complete, and that all depends on how quick you smash the puzzles out. But be aware also that the first 2 achievements you will see on screen glitched out on me, and that's only because I didn't quit out of the game entirely when I turned the Xbox off. So if you can't do it in one sitting, remember to just totally quit out of the game so you won't glitch out on any achievements. One more thing, I won't be talking throughout the entirety of this video, just the sort of important bits where achievements will be popping up and how to do certain puzzles. Also, this game has quite a bit of elements to do with colour, so sadly for myself, I can't tell much difference between certain colours. So things like red and orange, green and brown, etc, etc. So, you know, only half colourblind. But that is why you might see something take just a little bit longer than usual to complete. So anyway, now that all of that big old intro's out the way, let us begin. So it starts off with just a small little cutscene, and you know, like I said, this game just acts as one big hidden object puzzle scene. So obviously, you know, I've tried to go on sort of, I haven't tried to just absolutely smash it and go through it as quick as I can. I've tried being nice and slow so you can keep up with the video, but of course always feel free to slow the video down or pause it if you do get stuck or if I am going too fast. So pick up the weird looking bowling ball alien looking thing. Some giant finger and some eyes come out. Like, I mean, this is classic Mundi, isn't it, really? And this is where we start to need to find some things. So in the cupboard there, grab the red bottle, put that in. That will fill up and the requirement is good to go. Just gives you some instructions there. On sort of what to do, sort of how to play the game and how to get out of this first area. So then what we need to do is find our onion-headed sister and get her out of Dodge. But to be honest, the story is actually quite sad, with a happy ending, so, you know, always good. But what we need to do is find things now that resemble ladder sticks. And it'll say right there at the bottom how many you need and how many you've got. So it's all pretty easy. So the first one there is the sort of horse stick right at the bottom of the screen. Next, if you go into the wardrobe, get rid of the hat and the jacket, and that is a second one. Thirdly, open up the curtain at the back and grab the key so you can open the sort of key safe on the right hand side. And this will be happening quite a lot, so you'll just be literally having to grab so many things all at the same time. So as you can see there, we need to find another 4 sort of set of wires. So then I actually go and grab the razor here, but what you actually have to do is open that book first. So go ahead and open it up. Now go ahead and grab the razor from the cabinet and then slice that up, and that is 1 wire. Chop off the balloon there, that is a second set of wire, and the third is just on the bed right there. Open up the little cabinet and that is your 4th set of wires. Nice and easy, that one. So now this is the first puzzle. Easy enough, just follow me and do exactly as I do. So that's a nice easy introduction then, and now what you can do is just use the D-pad to easily navigate between locations, which is what we'll be doing. So go right on the D-pad, make sure to put this plug into the bottom one first and pick up another ladder, take it out and then put the plug into the top one. And then what you have to do is grab the wood and pull the sort of sander down, and that will grab you your fourth one, and now we can get the hell out of here. So press down on the D-pad to get out, put them on the ladder, and this is where you will unlock your first achievement of the game, A Friend in Need. Again, you won't see me unlocking it here because it glitched out on me for some reason. Go ahead and speak to the rabbit boy, and now we will be on the lookout for some balloons so we can travel over to the next sort of level. Next area. Start off one right on the left there and click on the sort of tree trunk on the right hand side. So we have to find some butterflies now as well. So there'll be one on the left where your onion headed sister is. Go to the right. And then if you click on the things on the right hand side, we now need to find some mushroom looking ice lollies. So grab the hammer just at the bottom there, so chip off the wall a little bit. And then put the caterpillar, chuck him onto the leaf. Yum, yum, yum. Nice veganicity for the caterpillar. And then go ahead and click on it. Now we need to find some buttons for this puzzle. And if you haven't figured it out already, this is what you'll be basically doing for the majority of the game. So there's a balloon just at the top there. Some objects are quite easy to miss actually. So grab the basket, get a couple of rocks, the ones you chipped off earlier, and put them in. And that will reveal yet another balloon. Grab that then. Just on the roof of the house is another butterfly. I'm going to pick that one up. And just to the right of it, underneath the feather looking windmill. And there's a balloon on the right hand side as well. Another balloon just to the left, just by the rock, and up by the feather windmill as well. So like I said, some of these can be quite easy to miss. So go ahead, go left, and then go straight back down to your first room. Balloon on the left top corner. And there is another butterfly on the sort of tree trunk looking thing there. And that looks like a balloon, and it is a balloon. Go into the fridge, that's where you get your first mushroom ice lolly. So there's actually nothing of interest here, so what we'll need to do now is nip to the right, where we go into the sort of small little area we were in at the beginning of the game. And then if we nip again off to the right there, open up the fridge to find another mushroom ice lolly, open up the cabinet, or the barrel, find a balloon. That is the balloons done finally. So you can back out and go ahead and go up. And then speak to Mr. Rabbit Boy. And that should be a good start, but we need something to detangle us from there. So pick up the coin off the fountain, put it into the vending machine, and that is where you'll get your third and final mushroom ice lolly. So when you go to the right, now this is where you should unlock the Fever Stop achievement after doing this. Just remember, if you do go to finish the game, remember to just completely quit out first. Otherwise it'll glitch on you and you won't get the achievements like I didn't. So just bear that one in mind there. So go ahead, just what I clicked on there, go to the left then, and now we will have to find some flowers, something else. You could do whatever you want with the cockroach thing there, the beetle, whatever. But there is a puzzle piece just at the back, and on the tube there is another butterfly. And there's another butterfly just on the left hand side as well of the house looking thing, and there's a third butterfly on the flower. It is just constant go, go, go this. So sitting up against the rock there then is another puzzle piece. Go to the left on the sort of snail house, very well hidden, another puzzle piece and a flower just underneath that. And then we can nip off to the left where we find yet another flower just in the sort of middle of the bushes there. Another one to the left of that just underneath Onion Head. And what I thought was something actually turned out to be nothing, because the puzzle piece is to the right of that on the sort of mushroom. And one underneath in the grassy area. Go down then and you'll have to fill up the sink with whatever the hell that is. Elephant trunk. Grab the water, flower the plant, and that is yet another flower. We've only got 2 left to find. Go to the right hand side. Now that is important. Flick the switches, get the plugs, and you will find the puzzle piece. So that should be now all the puzzle pieces done. So now we can move on, go ahead, go up, go to the right, and go to the right again. And now we can finish off the puzzle. Now with all the sort of puzzle pieces again, I'll sort of just leave you to crack on with it. You can just fast forward a little bit and see what the end product looks like. There we go then, the end product is like a Rolling Stones sort of half, not Rolling Stones at all, picture. There we go, but anyway, that gives a random straw out to the, whatever the hell that is, the water can I assume, with wings on it. Yeah, that's why I love this, that's why I love this developer, that's why I love these types of games. But anyway, there's a flower there, that'll complete the flower collection as well. Open that up, you can get the honey, which you can then pour into the beehive house type sort of thing, and that'll open up a door anyway. And we are coming up to yet another achievement. So what you'll want to do is first go into the right there, and we'll have to collect some sort of dragonflies. There's one behind the curtain there, and then if you go into the right, click the up arrow, and then use the pump. That'll spring out a butterfly, and then use the pump again. It comes out with a shoe, but you don't need to bother with that. Down, use the pump. Star pops out, don't need to worry about that. Again, down and pump. Kite, obviously you're not looking for these, you're only looking for the 3 items in the top right hand corner. And just keep going, down and pump, down and pump. Out comes the car, but that will net you the pumped out achievement. So there's nice and easy one to continue with. So then from the left, head on over, you can pop out a flamingo, and he has a sort of triangle in his mouth, which we will need to get later. But for now, just go ahead and click on the microscope. And we are waiting for something to come by. Pull the moon down and he will have a dragonfly on him. That triangle there, again, we'll come back to that later, which we will need. So go ahead, head out then, and there will be another dragonfly just to the on the bottom right there. Go to the left, and then you will find another dragonfly on the left hand side top corner, and another one on the rock just below it. Go ahead, go back to the left once again, and we will find yet another dragonfly just on the tree house there. Go down, go to the right, and that pull out the plug, put it to the top one, not the bottom one. Another dragonfly appears in the box, and that'll be all the dragonflies sort of collected, or fireflies. I keep calling them dragonflies, they could be fireflies, but you know, it's the same thing, right? Right? Sort of. Anyway, place them all onto there. You get sucked up. There's some kind of nose or something in there. Yeah. So there's the second button as well then, once you pop that off. Sorry, it's just some of the stuff in this game absolutely creases me. It's brilliant. So you can watch that if you want to. I don't think there's any... I think it just tells you sort of how to continue and how to progress. So you don't really need to do that. So when you're done there, back out, go to the left, and then we can do yet another puzzle. So these are basically the biggest puzzles in the game. So as you have a look on the left there, the sort of diagram, it just tells you the things you need to get and where to put them. So that's all you're doing. But I won't be talking through this bit again, so just follow the video and you should be able to get it with no problems. So now that that's done, then you will get another achievement called Color Separator. You can't really miss that one. So yeah, those puzzles are kind of long-winded, but you know, all in the name of fun, isn't it? I suppose. So once that's done, then now you can go to the left, put the butterflies in where the tree trunk is, and they'll lift that away. I don't know why the rabbit boy couldn't have just done that himself, but hey, you know, I'm not one to judge. I suppose it lengthens the game a bit. Open up where the butterflies were, click on it, and then we'll have to find some more triangles. Now, if you remember, we've already seen two in the rightmost of the area, and there's one directly just behind the rabbit boy and onion head as well. So go down, go to the left, and you'll find one just on the cabinet as well. Go to the right, and in the cabinet right top there, you'll find another one. And we are coming up to yet another achievement. So if you go up, and you will see a duck just on the right hand side there. So click on him once, twice, maybe 3 times if you're lucky. Go to the right, the second duck is directly in the middle there. Click on him a couple of times. Go to the right, and there will be one in the pond as well. And make sure you click him a couple of times. Go up into the sort of tent, and there's a duck there on the left hand side. And this is where we should unlock another achievement called Quack Quack. So making all the rubber ducks quack. Very creative. Love it. So anyway, once that bit's done, then now we can get the 2 triangles. One in the flamingo's mouth. And if you remember, there is the other one in the microscope as well. Just wait for it to fly by and make sure to grab it. And with that done, then that is all of the triangles completed. So now we can back right out, go all the way back to the left, and do the next puzzle. So then, once that puzzle is complete, this little flower sort of thing here will sprout. All you've got to do for the next achievement and to end the level is click on the valves, the coloured valves from right to left. And like I said, that will give some water, and Onion Head and Rabbit Boy will be on their way, finally. I know that seemed quite cartoony, but yes, that actually did just happen. Somehow you get stuck in a tree and your sister just keeps rolling on. So anyway, starting this level then, click on yourself. We'll have to collect some beetles. Make sure to pop these little corks or whatever they are out. We'll be getting an achievement later for them, but you can't get them all out right now. Hell of a remix. Yeah, sorry, that had nothing to do with anything. I just wanted to Rabbit make a remix sort of thing. So, so yeah, as long as you ain't childish, you can simply move on from there. So you see where I got the one beetle. Move this knob down, and you will get the second beetle. Over to the left of the bottom corner, there is a third beetle, and there's a fourth beetle. Again, easy to miss that one. The same knob. Make sure to put him all the way up this time, and that will unlock a key you will need to unlock this door with, and then you can go ahead and enter. Big fat sleepy security guard. Sounds about right. Tuck under his arm. You can't get his key yet, but you will later on. Just grab the screwdriver from the box there. That, again, that sort of diamond looking thing we'll need later on as well. Now, you don't actually need to be pissing around with the spider and the key at this point. There is another beetle in this room, but for some reason I have a bit of a brain lapse and forget what the hell I'm doing. So enter out of there, and the beetle is just on the right hand side on the security guard's jacket. Another easy one to miss, but that'll be that. So with that, you can now go ahead and free yourself and unlock another achievement. Freedom in the process. So if you get rid of one of the corks, grab the knob to fix the broken machine, and then go ahead and click on the door. Now we will need to go ahead and find some keys. It's all about finding stuff in this game. So obviously can't get through yet, so do what I do with the knobs there. Put the left one to the bottom and the right one also to the bottom, and that will unlock the glass cabinet cage thing and get your first key. Go ahead, go into the door, find the pliers on the left hand side to get the security guard's key, and then get the third key from the drawing in the back. So I'm not pissing around as much this time, which is always handy, apart from with the spider. I wouldn't be pissing around with spiders in real life though. Ugh, I hate them. And anyway, time for another puzzle anyway. So again, just do what I do, or if you can do it quicker, do it yourself. If you're better than me, which you probably are. But of course, if not, what I tend to do is I just find it easy to sort of stick with the hearts there. Just line up the hearts and the rest will follow suit. Like so. So then we still, of course, need to fix our sister, but as expected in the game, the doctor needs something from us first. So click on the screen behind him. We need to go and get some tape. And then if you just back out and speak to the doctor again, eventually, when he stops pissing around and actually tells us what's going on, he has no electricity to help her out. So, I mean, usually you'd think in real life we could just go get some electricity, but now we've got to click on the drain and we've got to collect spiders to get to the drain to be able to go underground. And well, you know the game by now. So, yeah. So let's go and find some spiders and some tape then. So there are two right there, right in the middle of the screen. Kind of hard to miss those two. Oh well, there's one ball of tape on the left. Sorry, I almost forgot about that. So press right in the D-pad. We need to find some pipes now as well. Press the penguin, another spider will come up there, and there is a pipe just to the right of him as well. Again, another easy one to miss that. Go all the way back out to the left and we'll do some searching out here. Turn the left knob up and the right one all the way up as well, and that is where we find your second pipe. Put both knobs, the right one down 3, and eventually, yeah, the middle one down 1, and then we will find another spider. Up on the roof then, that is where we find another ball of tape. And then if you pop that cork, we find another spider and another achievement unlocks. Curiosity. And that's for unlocking all of the corks, or whatever the hell they are called. Another spider just underneath the roof there then. And then go ahead and go into the security guard's door. You can click his belly if you want. Nothing happens. There's nothing but the diamonds on the right. The spiders on the left. Click on the mic, the sort of megaphone thing. Find another spider, and in the paper in the back as well, of course. As you see me do a couple of times. Open up the hat, and that is where we find our last spider. So it's all fun. And of course another achievement, Itsy Bitsy Spider, for finding all the spiders. So that's basically story related. So go ahead, click on the drain again, and as for the puzzle, this one did take me a little bit, but all you have to do is line up in circles the obviously the correct colour of spider. Now I haven't edited this bit, I've left it in just so you guys can sort of see, you know, sort of how long it can take if you're not really good with colours like myself. I'm sort of slightly colourblind, which is why I struggle with it, rather than just doing it in 30 seconds and you guys not really having a clue. So that's why I've left it in for this long. So then, now that that is finally done, we can go ahead and move downstairs and straight away go over to the sort of cabinet on the left, find the ball of tape and the pipe underneath it. Get the watering can from inside there, fill it up with water, and then get some light on this area. And then there's a dragonfly right there, which we'll need. But first of all, we need to get some diamonds. Get the shovel first, and that is where we will find our first one, or crystal, or diamonds, or whatever you want to call them. That is with the electricity boxes, which we need for the doctor, but obviously we cannot do yet. So go ahead, go up. And there is one just to the right, just behind the doctor, and then go outside to the right. And there is one just on the roof right there. Go back to the left, all the way to the left, sorry. And in the backpack right there, we will get a pickaxe. The crystal on the right you will need to pick away and then go ahead and go inside. Now you remember where the crystal was earlier, just on the left. And that is all the crystals already done then. So now go ahead, go back down, and this sort of puzzle plays out like a sort of matching song. So it comes out with as you see there, matching sort of colours. So you just got to match the colours to the pattern. And it's just as easy as that, really. So once you have done that 3 times, then this electricity box will pop up in here. So pull down the lever, and now we finally have some electricity. Ignore what's on the car for now. Again, we'll come back to that a bit later. So go up, speak to the doctor. And now onion will be placed in like this sort of glass tube. And we're not quite done yet. We still need some more things. Feathers for a start, and some plug sockets. Now the plug sockets make sense. The feathers do not, but, you know. But there is one plug socket just up there. Go down. There is a feather by the car. Open up the bonnet, and there is another plug there. Go back up then, and go to the left. That is where we will find yet another plug socket just on the mushroom roof. A feather in the hat of the owl. Another feather directly above him in one of the glass tubes. Go through the security door. And if you have a look just to the left of the picture, sorry, that is where you'll find another plug socket and another feather. So you can go ahead and back out of there. Go to the right again. And all the way to the right. And, well, just follow what I do here. It's not that awkward, but it's slightly annoying if you're not really paying attention. And your reward at the end of that then is a nice ball of tape. The last ball of tape which we can now use to fix this computer screen. This puzzle is just, again, relatively very simple actually. Just follow the screen and do what I do. So once that easy puzzle has been done, if you click back on the, well, freezer it is, we get another achievement here. Pick up the ice pick, and then just press A with the block of ice. That'll get you another achievement. Rotate it around, and what we need to get then is the feather here. Rotate it around again. That'll be feathers done, by the way. Get the ice pick again, and in the big block of ice there will be the next plug. Rotate it around again, and I think that actually should be done, so we can now back out of that one. Put the feathers in the sort of feather machine where a big mic sort of thing hangs down. It's not a microphone, I know, but something to help Onion Head feel better, I suppose. So apologies for sort of messing around with this. It can be slightly awkward, but obviously not too bad. But a pipe will be your reward at the end of this. And again, if we just go back to sort of messing around with it, we should end up getting the last plug socket as well. So there it is then, the final plug socket, or the final plug even. Now we can go back to the left, put the plugs in where it sort of came from on the screen there. And you should take a bit of a leaf off of onion head, put some creepy ass stuff in it. Take a picture for his dirty collection later, probably. Sorry, that was a bad joke. That was terrible. But now we are doing a sort of pairs puzzle. Easy puzzle. Everyone loves doing a sort of pairs puzzle. You go ahead and enjoy this. Unless you don't really like this sort of stuff, then you go ahead and sort of sift through it until you get past it. So on to the next puzzle then, and it is simply just putting all of the pieces into place. Now of course, you know, it's more fun if you try and do it yourself, but if you just want to sort of try and get through the game, find out what the picture is, just fast forward a couple of minutes. And with that completed then, that will Sort her out, she should be good, and it'll also unlock you another achievement. Obviously after you give the paper to the doctor. If you don't, then nothing happens, and then you're just stuck wondering what the hell to do. So this is the sort of next area that they want to be going to then. So we are now nearly at the end of this area, or this level, whatever you want to call it. Obviously Onion's still not, still looking a bit raw there. Onion joke, sorry. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop with the bad jokes and the bad puns. I don't get many viewers as it is. I'm going to bloody lose more. So anyway, that off pushes Rabbit Boy. Now there is a lever on the table just to where Rabbit and Onion just walk off. So what you need to do is put that on the machine then. And now it's sort of like a grabby game. So yeah, as you can see, you pull the left one then to move the cart, and then the red one will grab the pipe for you. And then we only need one more to be done. So go back into the freezer, and it is just at the top there. So that's all the pipes done. So now then we can head outside, and now we can just sort of match the pipes up. Once the last pipe is in place, the door will open and we will have to do another big puzzle like we did earlier on. So it's just grabbing stuff from all around the area and just placing it on what is supposed to be a boat, or what will look like a boat. Right then, now that is done then, the boat will be ready to go. You will unlock an achievement called Disappointment, where we have to find the cure elsewhere. Apparently from a certified doctor is not good enough. And then we can just go ahead. This area is now finished, and we will head on to the next one. Alrighty then, so here we are in the new area. Now you see these 3 little birds? Click on them and they will fly away. We will get an achievement for clicking all of them, but that won't come till a bit later on. Click on the door and we will now have to collect some mushrooms. And the first one is just in the lantern right underneath right there, and go to the left. Now we have to collect some flippers to get this bloody pirate ship wheel unlocked. So you see a bird just in the right top corner there. Click on him and there is a mushroom just between the branches there, and one just by the left arrow sign. Go back to the right and we will get our first flipper on the flag, the sock flag, looking good, and one just underneath the lanterns. Go back to the left and go to the left again, and on the left, very left hand side, you will find yet another mushroom, and click on the birds again, 2, and there should be a third one just on the right there, so click on them. There is another flipper. If you pull the stick out of the little rowing boat, that is where you'll find another flipper. Now we can't actually get to this one yet, so just ignore that for now, but you can open up the patch on the right hand side tree, get a mushroom there, go to the left one, get a mushroom there as well. So, and that will be all the mushrooms completed. So now we can go ahead, go back to the right, click on the same door, and we'll do a small little puzzle. Now just do exactly as I do here. Right, so now that is done, we now have access to the house, which is all good. So the first thing we need to do then is, now we have to start collecting some flowers, or lotuses I think they're called, and there's one directly on the right hand side table. Open up the left hand side cabinet, you will find another flipper, and we've only got one left to do, so back out of there, and there will be another lotus just underneath the left hand side lantern thing, whatever it is, and there'll be another one just in the rocks there. So go back towards the left, there will be one directly in front of you on a tree, and directly in front of you on a lily pad. 2, go back to the left again. Oh, I'm starting to lose my voice a bit. Right in the trees is another one, and to the right, and that will be all the lotus pads. Already completed even. So go back to the house, and now we can put them in, and now a moose will show up out of absolutely nowhere. And basically he's just going to tell you what to do. So once that's done, back out and then nip all the way back to the left. And then these two sort of colour pattern things will sort of appear out of nowhere. So go ahead and just do what I do. Make sure the sort of colours match up. So once that is done, then the shell will finally be released, and then that will be your final one. So now we can finally go to the right and release this pirate steering wheel. And whoop, out of nowhere comes another house. Happy days, look. So go to the left. You also bring an achievement as well called Bring It Back for lowering the big bob. Anyway, get there. Click on the 2 birds as well, then click on the left to get the potatoes. Grab the pipe and put that down. That will sort of connect the piping up. And if you go up on the window, there is your first sort of potato. I assume it's a potato. Get the moose head from the right. Put it on the door so you can actually enter. And then onto the left, then we have to now get some leafy CD leaves. And click up on the sort of top, and we now have to get some gear cogs as well. It's one of the few things to look out for, which is just a constant in this game. Here then is another sort of little puzzle all to do with weights. The numbers and weights. So again, just do what I do here, and that will release the first cog. Go ahead, grab the last mushroom, put it on the second of the weights, and that'll release your first leafy CD. So what you have to do then, nip off to the left, go to the drawer, get your second potato, and up above you will get another potato, which is another Easy one to miss. Get a gear cog on the chameleon computer's tail and then back out. Behind the curtain will be a knife. Cut the bag open with that on the left hand side of the door to get another gear cog and another leaf CD on the tree. And go to the right. And then right where the sort of moose is, open him up and get another gear cog. A potato on the chimney of the weird looking house thing. And then another gear cog on the window. Go ahead then, go in. Now there's a potato which is looking like a rock near the moose. So get that. There's a leafy CD again, another easy one to miss that one. Another gear cog in the plant. And then you can back out. It is literally all go all the time. And you will find another leafy CD on the door right there. And there's another potato by the boat. Get the tracks all done up with the two pipes that are just on the right hand side. And there is yet another potato. We're almost done now on the right. And then go back to the right. And go inside the baobab again. And now we are done with the leafy CDs. Put them in the chameleon. And we're going to be having to do another set of puzzles. So these first two puzzles then are very easy, but for this one, just copy exactly what I do here. So then, now that those puzzles are done, what we can do is back out of there and go to the left, and on top of the trees is sort of some jelly bean looking things. So just put them in the order that I do here. And with that then, that should now open up the door so we can go down into it, and we'll be doing a few things in this room and getting another achievement in the process. So first things first. Go ahead, turn on the light, open up the robot moose in the back to grab one half of the heart, put it in the one at the front, and now we'll be able to move him. So grab the chain, pull that down, and then you can grab another gear cog there. With that, grab the axe which is on the floor, and now this is the sort of part of the achievement. So put the arm on him first, click right, and he'll go out up onto the finished track. With that, give it a little tickle. I don't know why I found that hilarious. And make sure to put him back down before you go back down. So then, now that we are back down, what you'll need to do is grab the rightmost pair of scissors or something, whatever that is. And now what he'll do is just go ahead and cut a few... I don't actually know what he done, but he cut a few somethings off him anyway. Make sure to put him back down before you go down. And lastly, grab the big chainsaw in the middle. Eventually. And click on the right. Eventually. And then he will slice this down for you. Or slice it up even to get us a firefly, which we will need later on. And then you get the hand of hand achievement for trying all of the robot moose's hands. So with that then, there's a potato on the right when you come back down, and then we can back out. Click on the firefly. Now we will need to grab some pills. This game's getting really dark really quickly, although my type of game that. I'm just joking. Don't do pills, kids. Don't do any drugs, kids. Go back in on the left hand side of the pot is another pill, and one on the right hand side, and then go back out. I think I've now officially lost my mind, but let's keep it going. Come on. Anyway, Right up there is a pill which looks like a light bulb, which is good. Then go on the inside, and on the right hand side below the mushroom, up in the drawer to get another pill. We've only got one left already. Go towards the right and go into the house. And once you're on the inside, then on the right hand side just under the leaf is your final pill. So now we can go ahead and grab that, back out, and then go all the way to the left again and put it under the tree from earlier on the right. With that, that is where we get our final potato looking thing as well. So now we can go to the right, put it in the barrel on the left, and then turn the tap on, which will grow us a beanstalk and unlock us an achievement as well. So then if you go ahead, go up, there's not a lot up here. There is 2 birds, the one we can grab, the one we can't yet. We will come back to him later on, no matter how much you try. Go and open the sort of little small door on the branch there, and that'll be your final gear cog. Go into the door right there, and now we need to find some shards of some sort, potentially, whatever. And now we can go back down and go inside the again. And now we've got all the gear cogs. Now we can do the puzzle. So again, just follow what I do. Click the exact same ones I do, and you'll get it very quickly indeed. Still, very, very easy puzzles in this game. So then once that is done, you will release a sort of half robot, which we will actually be making him into a full robot later on to escape this level / area. But what you need to do now then, there is a shard piece just by his robot penis or robot pants. Whatever, hey, I'm not judging, that's up to you. Click on his chest, and now we have to find some twisty-turny turners. There's a shard on the left hand side just underneath the desk by the chair. So go ahead, back out then. There's another shard just to the left of the beanstalk ladder, and there is one just there. If you open up the window looking thing, go to the right, and there is a twisty turny on the flagpole. Go inside the little tree house, and there's a shard on the left hand side leaning up. Go back out, go back to the left, all the way to the left, and we will find another shard just in the boat there. So that's all the shards complete now. And I will go down back into the sort of robot moose area, open it up to find another twisty thing, and then back out again, go back to the right, go all the way up to the beanstalk. There is one in the little bird house to the left, and now we can finally get this one with the bird, unlocking us another achievement called Startler. And that is for startling all of the signal birds. And now we can do the puzzle with the sort of wooden shards. Once you've completed that, then we will get an achievement called Programmer's Brain, and it will also unlock the door for us to enter, which will move us on to the big puzzle, which we've done twice before, I think. So it's just grabbing stuff from around and just placing him on the moose head robot. So once you've now completed the head, you're going to drop down onto the moose body and onto the next puzzle. There'll be 2 buttons, left twice and right 3 times. Now what you need to do is just click the right trigger once, and that'll make the mouse spin around 3 times. Just keep clicking the right trigger once and that should work fine. And when you've finally done all that, then you will get an achievement, and we will now finish this area finally. So we've only got 2 sort of small ones left. Because who doesn't love an underwater level in games, right? First things first then, click on all the lights. It'll have little arrows for you to which ones to point at. So follow the arrows, and now we'll be able to go up in the area. So then just look through the telescope and we will see our little onion-headed sister stranded lying on a beach. We won't actually get to this part. That's actually the next level, the next area. We won't be able to get to that part quite yet. We've still got to do this one first. So there we go then. Back out, and when we eventually all get to it, grab the little monster looking thing and place him under the tube. Grab the little cork, put him in the most tallest looking one there, and grab the cork again, put him in the bottom one. And now we need to find some seashells on the seashore. This is quite a neat little puzzle actually. I really enjoyed doing this, so follow along or try to do it yourself, but it is a very enjoyable one. So once the 4 puzzles then are complete, you will get an achievement and an octopus for your troubles. So now grab the octopus, put it on the door, and in this next room, of course, we will need a whole bunch of other things, as we do in everything. So we need to collect whatever they are to start off with, and then if you grab the firefly there, now we also need to collect some other pieces of stuff. There's a shell there just on the bike's handlebar, so back out, go down, and go into this little area here. We'll need to find some starfish now for this puzzle later on. Well, you can grab the key off this fish, which you will actually need to do, but I'm actually trying to grab that shell in the background there, so grab either one first. That puffer fish doesn't really do anything. Grab the fish with the key on its nose. And open up the clam. You'll get an achievement for opening up those clams later on, and find one of those long ass things and a starfish just on the door. Grab the little fish, sort of monster looking thing there, and there's a starfish just underneath there, as you can see. Hard to tell, and then by the time you do that, you will get another one of those shell just on the bottom of the screen there. And another one of those secondary long things just underneath the roof again. So go back up. And there's a starfish just on the right there again. Easy to miss. Grab the metal plate off the wall, put it on the ramp, and then get the crab to clean the other bloody long thing. On the left there's a starfish in there when you open it up out of the strawberry head or whatever that is. And there's another long thing when you click on the monster and then go back into the room. Literally, there's absolutely so much on this one. And we actually need one more here. So, up on the left top corner, there's another starfish, which we are now done with, thank God. Grab the sort of crown, and then you will get a shell once you smash the vase. There is another shell right at the top of the screen there. Again, easy to miss, and one in the right, in between all this sort of corals and whatever they are. I know I'll probably get slaughtered because I don't know what they are, but still. Now you can do the starfish puzzle. Again, this is just sort of matching up the colours. So follow along. So again then, once that puzzle is done, we can now go inside the little submarine. And the first thing we'll be doing then is pulling the lever down, which will turn on the sonar, which we need to come back because there's a turtle swimming there. Remember to grab the shell just on the bottom of the machine there. And what the hell am I looking for? Ah, yeah, sorry. There's a long stick right on in the right top corner on the machine there. So that's what I was looking for. Grab the knife then, and what we'll do is get rid of some of the crap on the machine, and then open up this whatever that is. Open that up, and then we have finally finished the one long ass thing, which I don't know what it is. Looking at the microscope then, once you go up, and there is a shell just there. Again, another easy one to miss. It might be a bit tedious, but they have put them in some awkward positions. So go up, move the fish until it's all sort of lined up. And then once you have done that, that'll release the sort of window, opening yet another one of those long bone things. Don't grab the metal sheet yet, just go onto the turtle looking leaf Now this puzzle actually done my absolute head in because I'm slightly colourblind, and you'll see a bit later on, but we need to now collect some turtles. So go into that room where we will find the first turtle on the left hand side beneath the door, and the second one just on the right on the corals there. Then we can go down, and remember where we had to turn the sonar on earlier? This is where the turtle will be, so be sure to click him, and you will also get an achievement for that as well. So you can go out, and now we can back out, go up, all the way up, and now we can do this puzzle. Now, really, I'm not sure how to explain it. Honestly, in the end, it was just a whole lot of pressing buttons and luck work for me. But what you have to do is get all the colours the same one as, so I've got I think that's a blue or purple one. Again, sorry, I'm colourblind, so I'm not particularly sure. So you've got to get the same colour turtle into the same one. So now I've got green, I think that is. So now we've got to put him into a green one, like so. Sadly, I've got no, again, a particular way how to do this. I haven't edited anything out. I've left it all in for you to see. But yeah, apologies that this bit might take a while. So skip forward a couple of minutes if you already know what you're doing. Okay, and finally we managed to get that done, thank God. All that for a little hook, which we can use to just go up. That's all that was for. So, thank you Artifex Mundi for that one. So yeah, once you've done that, then go ahead, go up. And on the left-hand side, get the sort of rolling pin. We'll now need to find some crabs, lobsters. We can't get this one just yet, but there is a last bone long thing on the end of the rod there. So go to the left. Now we've got to find some sort of like coins or something like that. So the first one will be just between the pencils there and the weird looking things. Go back down, and there's one just on the ramp there. Again, don't be grabbing the sheet. You don't need to grab the sheet. Just open up these clams, because again, it'll help for an achievement, and you get another lobster disc there. There is a lobster just on the top between, sorry, to the left of the hook. Go down again. There's another clam with another disc in it to open up, and there's another lobster just above as well. Go inside the building now. And what we can do, there's a lobster in the top left corner, and now we can finally finish this first part of the bike. So to the left there's a lobster disc, very easy to miss again. Open up the drawers on the right hand side to get another lobster, and now the bike can be finished. Of course, we still can't do anything with it yet, not until we find the discs and the actual lobsters. So go back down again. There's a disc on the left hand side there. Lobster inside the guitar case. Not sure what I'm up to here. Oh, there we go. Disc just on top of the roof of the submarine as well. Grab the fish with the key then, and this is where you'll find a lobster, which we didn't need him for earlier actually. And go inside the submarine, and there'll be a lobster disc on the left hand side, and one on the one of the dials there. And there'll be a lobster as well. So go back out and go up again, and up again, and up again. And now we can finally do the lobster disc puzzle. Again, it's just matching it all up, so again, just follow the video. So now we can actually get inside of the little building here, and we are doing yet another big puzzle where we are grabbing stuff and putting it on, and we are making a big old turtle boy. So now then, once we're done, we can go down after watching the cinematic. We can grab the seat that is in the background, and now we can put it actually on the bike, and Rabbit Boy will hop on. And basically the ramp is complete, we're all good to go, but now you think, how do we actually get onto it? So that means going back up, and then clicking on the rod again. And somehow this lobster boy will have such immaculate strength that he's able to lift up a whole bike and a fat rabbit lad. So good on him. He must be hitting the gym big time. We're also getting an achievement as well. Story related one for bring it up, and the final lobster will appear on the roof as well. So you can now get the wind sail to put on the bike. And now if you click on the firefly, we now have to collect some pearls, which we'll also get an achievement for. So the first one is just on the ramp right there, and now we can go back down. Now we can actually pick up this metal piece and put him on the ramp. Now it comes into good use. There's a pearl between the rest of the pearls there. Again, another easy one to miss. And one side on the right hand jellyfish. Go down, go on the rail. There's one on the rail actually there. And now we can actually head into the building. There is one that's going to pop out of the sort of reef there. I just about grab him. And there's one in the right hand side cupboard in a cup. Now we're good to go. Back out and go back down. And the first pearl we are looking for is actually in the clam. Sorry, yeah, right in the clam there. There's nothing in these two clams, just that first one. That's where another pearl is. I'm getting a bit lost here, but there's actually one down in the left-hand bottom area in the sort of coral reef there. Go into the submarine again. There is one in the little cutout and one at the door as well. And that, we've already got all the pearls, and you'll get another achievement for that. So, happy days. Now we can go back out. Remember to open up all these clams, because we're getting these for an achievement as well. Go actually into the building. I think I just come to have a look, see if there's any clams about here. Which I don't believe there is. Look around. No, there's actually not. So I'm at this point, I am just specifically looking for clams to open before we head on out, which is right there. So yeah, shell inspector. Open up all of the clam shells. You can get it way before I did, but I missed those two on this little area there. So that's why it took me so long to unlock it. Then we can go back up. Do this last little puzzle. Again, it's very easy to do if you watch the video, and then we can move on to the final area of the game. So I'm wondering then if you guys and gals are sort of as already sort of not so bored but kind of tedious with the game as I was at this point. So now we need to find some ladybugs, and if we head onto this sort of clock area or whatever that is, we actually need to find some bricks as well. There's a ladybug on the sort of metal piping right there. On the left is your first brick on the thorns, and there is a bar of soap just on the left of the shoe. In the hole above there is a ladybug, and if you go to the right, these little pea guys we'll need for an achievement later, but there's a brick on the right hand side clock, and there's a ladybug on the bottom between the rocks as well, and there's one just hiding where the pea guy is on the right hand side just underneath, and there's a piece of soap on that middle clock as well. You've got to click all these guys at least once to unlock an achievement as well, so go ahead and do that. Or I'm going to call them peas, but they're called yam yams. I don't know why. Very creative writing going on Artifex Mundi. So you don't need to actually go to the right, because there's a ladybug on the big clock there. Grab the shovel and dig where the X is, and then have a look at that. Now we need to find some sand timers to do another puzzle later on, as is the norm in this game. Just follow what I do right here, because we'll need to open up this for our first sort of sand timer. So mess around with them, grab that. And then on the left hand side, open up the door to find another one, and on one of the yam yams, that is where you'll find another sand timer. Go ahead, go to the right in the pipe, there is your fourth sand timer, and we need one more. Get rid of the cloth, and there is the fifth one there. So go ahead, go back to the left hand side and go and do the sand timer puzzle. Again, just be specifically sure to follow exactly what I do right here. So then once that is done, we don't actually need anything specific from this location yet. We'll come back to that later, but what you need to do is grab the sort of paper aeroplane from that same door and then put in where the sort of gap is. Now, what we need to, this is where an achievement is. So there's a little delay, so as soon as that paper aeroplane goes into the right, then click on the yam yam. So as soon as it's on the right, now click him, and he will jump onto the next one, lowering him down, and the next one lowering him down to the fourth one. Make sure to click right to follow them as well. So always make sure to click right, and then you will get an achievement for seeing where they're going. So now we've done that, go back to the left. There's a soap right on the floor in the middle of the screen. And apologies, I lied earlier on. We do actually need to get something from this area, and that is for putting all the teeth in. There's all the teeth located in this tiny little area here, so go ahead, grab them and put them in. Exactly, they only fit in once, so should be easy enough. Once you put all them in, then this is where we'll find our last and final lady bird or ladybug, depending on what country you're from, or dinner, depending on what country you're from. Now we can go back and do this ladybird bug dinner puzzle, and again it's basically a sort of matching up thing. So you see what it's got 4 there. You need to turn him around and make sure he's connected to the 4, and again with all the numbers, so not too difficult again. So that'll be done. Now you can grab the soap from the middle, and now we only need one to go. So go ahead, go back to the left, go back into the area with the teeth, and that is where your final soap piece is. So then going back to the right, don't click on this is all wrong. What you need to do is go where rabbit and onion head is, with the soap. All four will drop in. And now you basically, it's just a case of following the patterns from the screen. And you need to do this total of 3 times. So once that will be done, now we can actually move up and we can unlock another achievement as well. And now we're only about 7 minutes away from sort of finishing the game, so we are very much almost there. Thank God for that. So click on the firefly. Now we need to find some wheels. I don't know why they can't just walk there, but hey, that's none of my business. Click on the bird nest above. The yams we will need to find now. So go to the left on the clock there, grab the knife, get rid of the thorns, and that will create a ladder. There's an egg just where the heroes were before on the right, and there will be another one on the left hand side just by the rocks and the clock. One wheel in the barrow and another wheel on the right hand side. Let's go ahead and grab them, then go to the left. There is another egg just nestled in the grass there and one pretending to be a rock. So we've already found nearly 4 out of 5. And there's one in the cooking pot above, which I found funny. Grab another wheel from the sort of clock in the top corner. Then you can go right and go back up and give the big yammer eggs, which will give us a key, which will unlock this chest right here and go inside. There's another wheel, so that wheel is done. There is a third rock or stone, whatever. And you don't actually need to go down there. Just put the wheels on. And, oh, look at that. Again, well, you get an achievement for it, I suppose, don't you? So now we need to find some coloured sort of envelopes things. But we finally got the final rock, which we can now use to go to the original starting area and use on this. And with completing that, then the jailed stamp, we'll just call it, is released. Now we can go towards the left, go back inside the area with the teeth, and that is where we'll find our second little stamp. Open up the box, that is where we'll find our third one. Luckily these ones are quite quick as we're coming up to the end of the game. There's a fourth just nestled in the left hand side bottom corner. And if we go back to the right and up, inside the chest again, there is a fifth one, and we've already only got one more to find, which is in just by the clock there. So now that is all done, another little puzzle we've got to do, and then we are coming up to a whole bunch of big puzzles, which I will leave you to do, like we done, I think it was 4 times, like with the giant robot moose head, and you know, basically getting a whole load of things and putting them on buildings and things. But I will leave you with that one, so you haven't got my disgusting voice chatting to you while you're trying to concentrate, like I just did through that puzzle. So, but once you complete that, then now we are coming up. Literally, we've only got these few last big puzzles to do, and then the game is finally done. So there we are then, that is it. Your onion-headed sister will return to normality, and it's actually a very happy ending, which is always good, because, you know, happy endings in games are rare these days, especially if you're from Rockstar, potentially. In terms of the game, this honestly wasn't one of Artifex Mundi's best, to be honest. Obviously the gameplay is the same, which I very much appreciate, because I really enjoyed, but in terms of it just being like a hide-and-seek sort of game throughout the entire of the game, it kind of got a little bit tedious and a little bit tiring towards the end, but still a very good story, quite enjoyable. And anyways, I hope this video has helped you guys and gals, and of course hopefully the commentary hasn't been too boring and tedious as well. I've tried my best. But anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. Again, hope this helps, and if it does, of course, like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video.